Hey guys, Jay up here, and today I'm bringing you some more Modern Warfare 3 gameplay on the map Mission. I'm playing Demolition, and this gameplay is my third MOAB. These things are getting easier and easier, it seems like, for me. I'm not getting them in parties. I'm getting them more often when I'm by myself. When I turn my voice chat off, turn my game volume up, and I'm just rolling with it. The setup I'm using, like always, is the ACR silenced. I'm using the MP9 silenced as my secondary. My three starting perks are Sleight of Hand, Quick Draw, and Dead Silence, all pro. My lethal equipment is the throwing knife, and my tactical equipment is the portable radar. Now, I've changed up running from a grenade to a throwing knife due to the reason of you can replenish throwing knives. So if you're the kind of person who's really good with the throwing knife, or back in Black Ops we're good with the tomahawk, you could start using this instead, because it's going to help you if you get into that situation where you're trying to reload but the enemy's still coming at you. You will be able to take them out. And the portable radar I started using because now I can throw it near a spawn point, especially in Demolition. If you can get them pushed back far enough, you can throw the portable radar into where they're spawning, and then you'll notice when they're coming out. You're going to see many times in this gameplay where I threw the portable radar back where they were spawning, and as I pushed forward you could tell how far away you would have to get from the spawn in order for them to spawn. The three perks I'm using going into the specialist is Hardline, Scavenger, and Assassin. Like always, I think you have to earn your Assassin, not get it right off the bat, while having Hardline as your second tier perk. And then immediately get an Assassin. I think you should earn it, so I set it as the 5th kill streak rather than my first. And it's working out this game. I got in, we started off the first round really fast. I wasn't expecting to it. I only got 8 kills within the first round. We completely pushed them back into their spawn. And apparently, I think this is going to be the new Favela. If any of y'all know, in Modern Warfare 2, when you play Demolition on Favela, you could actually force them back into a certain area to where all you had to do was shoot constantly and they would consistently spawn. That's how it's looking like with this map so far from when I played Demolition. We pushed them back to a point where they were only coming out of one spot, and you could just stay there and just completely wipe them out. But as you see here, I am starting to play more aggressively. Usually I'm a little bit defensive, but now I'm getting up into their spawn. I throw my portable radar. That way I know when they're coming. Now, I've had a couple close calls. I had one guy completely fail, I believe, when he went to knife me, but I actually prefer the knife system in this game, because it's not consistent at all. I mean, if someone comes up to knife you, it more likely will miss. Rarely it will actually hit. Maybe if you have a tactical knife or just a setup specifically for knifing, will it actually hit. More than often, the knife will not work. So as you see, this is where they typically would spawn as you start pushing up towards B domination. But if the closer you get to their spawn, they would start spawning out towards the forklift and the white truck, which keep your eyes open, because as they come up the different alleyways to try to get to the Demolition plant points, they will start to surround you. So you have to stay on your toes, make sure you know where they're coming from. Dead Silence is probably going to be one of your most important perks. I think you should always have when you're going to be running the specialist package. It's, well, at least if you're sound whoring. Like I consider myself a sound whore because I have Turtle Beaches and I use Dead Silence on all my classes. I unlocked it fairly early when I had some prestige tokens. That way I would keep it throughout all my prestiges and I wouldn't have to worry about getting to level 55 in order to get my Dead Silence. But it works out. I mean, this is my third MOAB. And this brings me on the topic of what I wanted to talk about. Is I'm probably going to start a series that I'm going to call MOAB on every map, and what this is basically, as the title says, I'm going to try to get a MOAB on every map in Modern Warfare 3. Even when the new one's released, I'll try to get the MOAB there too. But so far, I'm 3 out of 16. The first one I did was Baccarat, then I got Dome, and now this is Mission. So I'm going to keep working my way up. I'm trying to get a MOAB on every map, hopefully bringing you some tips on how you can get it, achieve it for yourself, because these things are difficult. It's not just like Modern Warfare 2 where you could throw up a Harrier, chopper gunner, and then you got your nuke. You actually have got to try. Be tactical, be defensive if you have to. If you see many of them coming rushing at you, you gotta either wait for all of them to pass by and start picking them off from the back one by one, or you will get overrun. Coming up, you're going to see where I actually got into a close encounter where two people were coming and I took out the first guy, so the second one knew where I was. where I drop off like the side of the cliff and I get down into an area that helps secure me, and you'll see he tries to come and follow me over. But since I had my back to the wall, he jumps over and passes me to where I'm able to take him out. And that spot kind of got me in a little rut because I didn't know what to do, because it kind of left me open in my side, so I had to basically rush and jump over in order to push forward back to the area where I was staying at most of the time. And it was getting difficult because I was paying too much attention to my actual scoreboard. I recorded this in theater, so it's not going to have me constantly spamming my scoreboard to see how close I am, but I am actually spamming it quite a lot. And I was getting up into the 20s, you know, you start getting that little shake going, and it's just unbelievable. I mean, I had to fail earlier on interchange. I was literally at 23. I needed one more because when you get into the specialist, you automatically get hardline. I was one kill off, and I decided to push because it was in kill confirmed and we had 64 tags. And I basically told my team, hold up, and they all agreed not to get any tag. But I pushed too hard. I went through the spawn, took out most of the guys, jumped up over on the far right side near C Domination, and when I jumped up to continue trying to get that last kill, I was in their spawn and one guy spawned behind me and shot me in the back. I tried to react as fast as I could, but it did not turn out well at all. I ended up losing that actual MOAB, so I'm going to try to help y'all. I'm going to try to get a MOAB on every map and bring you those tips. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click subscribe if you haven't already. Other than that, guys, peace out.